Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report, Thursday, December 18th, 2025. Today I thought we would go over some information on why it is so hard to say no. This is from an article that I will link up. This is according to Psychology Today on why saying no is so hard. I will read the article and then I will give you some of my opinions. Clinician, I am encouraged to that people are talking about boundaries more than ever, whether work at home, with friends, yet too often we reduce our boundaries to single ideas. Saying no. Of course, this is easier than said than done, especially if you have a fear of saying a fear of saying no. I use my upcoming book People's Problems describe their integral part of us that prioritize others' needs the expense of our own. Saying the two-letter word no is nearly as simple as it sounds. A tiny word carries immense power, and many uncover us with internal conflicts that we wrestle with every single day. Your inner please job protects you from feeling we all intuitively try to avoid judgment and isolation, embarrassing or seen as something negative. When the thought of saying no arises, it initiates a wild wind of ifs. What if I'm being selfish? Or what if I'm hurting someone? Feeling the intense efforts appears and protects everyone often leads to over time patterns become blueprint and internal disconnect, feeling anxious. One of the clearest signs that your boundaries are weak, that you caught in a cycle of serial fixing, is resentment. The simmering frustration often arises when you're overextending yourself to meet other people's needs while neglecting your own. Resentment is not a flaw of a character, it's a guided post. It's your internal alarm signing that your inner pleaser has been working overtime to protect and appease often expenses. Start with a check-in. Notice your feeling overextends these emotions needed. Acknowledge that your inner please recognizes that intentions. Thank you for trying to keep safe and consider it fears without judgment. Identify your needs and ask yourself for respecting safe and discussing between boundaries, wish list, and focus. Do not
I can't. Reverse it. Start with the no, then end with the gratitude. So it would be if somebody said, hey, can you come to dinner, whatever, I know you're in Austin. I can't. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'd love to meet you or see you the next time around. And if you can, add some kindness. I've heard that place is awesome. Hope it's a great time. Like, it's much easier if you tell them that you can't up front. You're like, if you don't want to go, just tell me no.
Now, on to sports. We update you with Kansas basketball. Kansas basketball dominated last night 73-49. 27 points by Flory Bingding in the win over Tyson. Scored 19 and had 10 rebounds. The Jayhawks play Davidson Monday of next week. We'll talk about that more on Monday. The Rams will play the Seahawks to see who will be in first place in the NFC West. Both teams come in 9-3, and Friday we'll know who's in first place. After the Thursday tonight at 7:20, Sam Darnold will show up against the Seahawks, where the Seahawks lost to the Rams with Sam Darnold throwing 4 interceptions. Now we'll see what's at stake for Sam Darnold, who has struggled to show up in his career in big games, including playoffs last year when playing for the Minnesota Vikings. Has gotten better, but has struggled in big games since his rookie season. Playing for the Jets, he was actually a terrible quarterback. But maybe that was because the Jets had no talent. Both teams entered 11-3 and in control of the NFC West is on the ballot. Like we said, the Rams won the first meeting 21-19, forcing multiple turnovers from mainly Sam Darnold. He'll have to play better. Stafford has been able to show up in big games for the Rams most of his career. He has won a Super Bowl. Puka Nacua is one of the top receivers. Injury note: Davante Adams of the Rams is doubtful. Hamstring injury. Defense for the Rams has struggled tackling. Pass defense has recently been a concern. Against Seattle's pass balance attack, we'll see what the Rams can do. Defense, Seattle's unit has become tough and the home crowd noisy at Lumen Field. Could this be a factor? Sam Darnold's efficiency at the run game will be key. Injury for the Seahawks. Charles Cross injury report. Prediction models give the Rams a slight edge. In recent history, the Rams beat up on the Seattle Seahawks 21. The first meeting of this year, the Rams beat up on the Seahawks 21-19. Historically, Stafford has success against the Seahawks. Offense, Matthew Stafford is hoping. It was elite passing numbers and Puka Nacua receiving. And obviously wide receiver Davante Adams is doubtful. We said that. Defense struggles with tackling. We said that. Models give the Rams a slight edge in this competitive matchup. Rams are favored by 1.5. I'm picking the Rams 28-24. We'll see how this battle goes. Kickoff is tomorrow at 7:15 on Prime Video. That's Sam on Sports.